This one I definitely did not see too many people talking about. Oh, what? Supreme Court says the torture at a CIA black site is a state secret? Wait, what? Yeah. Marjorie Cohn Truthout had this one. Okay. That Abu Zadaya, whom the CIA once mistakenly alleged was a top al-Qaeda leader, was waterboarded 80 plus times. Subjected to assault in the form of forced rectal exams, lovely, and exposed to live burials in coffins for hundreds of hours. Okay, so he was tortured. We know that.
Fuck.
Yeah. Agree, Jimmy. On March 3rd, in a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court dismissed his petition requesting the testimony of the psychologist whom the CIA hired to orchestrate his torture at a secret CIA prison or black site in Poland from December 2002 to September 2003. And again, they're not denying that they did this to him. All right? No. They're just saying that they can't say anything because this was a CIA black site and therefore it is sovereign intelligence covered territory. Right. So they sought to confirm, A, that the CIA black site was indeed located in Poland. It was about whether he was indeed tortured and about the involvement of Polish officials. At first, the administration's claiming that the black site is a state secret, okay, that would significantly harm U.S. national security interests. They said no. All right, even though this goes all the way back 20 years. So he needs Mitchell and Jensen's testimony to document his treatment from December 2002 to 2003 at the black site in Poland for use in the ongoing Polish criminal investigation of Poles complicit in his torture. Because even though we don't care, other nations actually do, especially if you conducted it on their soil. And these details have not been publicly documented. Why? Because it's classified. So, Mike Pompeo wrote that although enhanced interrogation are no longer classified, CIA black site in question remains a state secret. The location at least does. All right. He maintained that soliciting information about the involvement of Polish nationals could compromise national security. But the location of the site has been publicly acknowledged in several venues. So what are we doing here? In 2007, Council of Europe issued a long report that found that he was held at the Polish CIA black site after his capture. Former president of Poland told reporters that that the black site was established without his knowledge. So there's all of these different factoids and things that come together. Again, torture. We tortured this guy. We tortured some folks. We tortured some folks. That's one of the folks that we tortured.
That's got to be a sound clip.
Yeah, we got to add that to the board. We tortured some folks. So once again in 2020, U.S. government permitted 2 psychologists to testify at a military commission hearings at Gitmo about how he was waterboarded and kept awake for 120 consecutive hours. So there's even the establishment, the precedent established where they have testified. But then, of course, it was a Gitmo. Now you're talking about having them testify in foreign court. Okay. Zubadiah's attorney sought illicit information about the conditions of confinement. And, of course, they were stonewalled. They offered to use code words to avoid specific reference to Poland or the involvement of Polish officials. Because nobody wants to be smeared with this. Okay. And then you've got Breyer defers to Pompeo's spurious national security claims. That's unbelievable. I mean, this guy's on his way out, so he doesn't really care, I guess, to a point. But it's just, we have that torture color chart. That's right. The lighter the skin, the less likely it is that they're a terrorist.
The one that gets Peter in.
Freedom fighter. Right? Isn't that what they call them? Or rebels or... Right, Stephen Breyer, who's less than liberal voting record, I documented.
What's Carlin's line on freedom fighters? You remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
I'll look it up. I'll young Jamie it.
Nice. Wrote the plurality opinion. Joined by 5 of his right-wing colleagues on the court, Gorsuch filed a scathing dissent on behalf of himself and Sonia Sotomayor. Kagan agreed with the dissent that his petition should not be dismissed, but she agreed with the dissent's reasoning. So
if crime fighters fight crime and firefighters fight fire,
right?
What
do freedom fighters fight? Right, they fight freedom.
Right. Yep.
Oh, so good, So good. Rest in peace, George. Thank God you're not around to see this, because I know that you'd be flipping out. Okay, so again, it could harm national. A court should exercise its traditional reluctance to intrude upon the authority of the executive in military and national security affairs. Right, again, cited Pompeo's claim that sensitive relationships with other countries are based on mutual trust. So again, that's to cover Poland's ass for this. The plurality rejected the Ninth Circuit's conclusion that since Mitchell and Jensen are private parties, their disclosures did not amount to the U.S. confirming or denying anything, except that they work for us. Because they work directly for the CIA as contractors, created and implemented as the Enhanced Interrogation Program, and personally interrogated him, their confirmation or denial would be tantamount to a disclosure from the CIA itself. Yeah, and you know what? They need to own up. We did this. We tortured some folks.
Yep.
Gorsuch's dissent says that publicly known information would not harm national security. All right? And that's, again, where the location was, and the fact that we did it, and the fact that these guys have testified in the past to say that they did it. Gorsuch concluded his dissent by saying, as embarrassing as these facts may be, there is no state secret here. But this court's duty is to rule the law, is to the rule of law and to the search for truth. We should not let shame obscure of our vision. And correct. And that definitely is what this is. They don't want the story getting out. They don't want this getting out. Either the story's technically out, they don't want him to testify. Yeah, CIA means never having to say you're sorry. Eric T. Red with the nails it, dude. You got to come on the show and co-host with us one week for sure. We're gonna get that third box instead of showing super chats, and we're gonna put that one up there right there for you. So, since you were fire on that one, so human love, is there a true torture color chart? Great, love it. So that's our wonderful CIA black site that now, according to the Supreme Court site, is a state secret. Does that mean all CIA torture black sites are the same thing? Probably. Do we still do that? I sure hope not. Do we know? Gross.
Do we know?
We did some things that were wrong. We did a whole lot of things that were right.
Oh boy.
But we tortured some folks.
Yes, we did. We tortured some folks.
Yep.
Nice.
We
Good
tortured some
soundbite.
folks.
And so that's what Supreme Court. Now I got two more stories.